Hey guys, good morning everybody. Today is Tuesday, May 20th. It is 6:23 right now. We have market opening up in about 7 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up this room real quick and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. Got a few things here to update and we should be good to go. All right, looks good. So let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium and we'll get started shortly. We got link sent out. All right, it's good. So as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. Going down to the 8 hour. Down to the 4 hour. Down to the 1 hour. Down to the 30 minute. $15. And 1 minute here. Big order just came in. See what for a sell. Okay. All right, guys. Good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, May 20th. It is 6:27 right now. We have market opening up in about 3 minutes. I've just marked up liquidity over here. Looks like price is like sort of in a range right now. Let me take a look at the market profile real quick. Refresh this. All right, yeah, looks like price is currently in a range right now. So I'll mark up this range real quick. So we have an idea of like where price is currently sitting. And I'll make some adjustments if necessary, but looks like we're currently in some sort of a range right now. So at the moment, it looks like price is kind of ranging back and forth around this point. Let me see where that market profile is. I'm going to the charts are all kind of weird today. We're definitely in a range right now. Let's see, the value highs at the 42,900. Point of control is at 42,850, or yeah, 42,850. Or I guess we're not in a range. Price is breaking below. And then we have the value low, 42,810. So the nice thing about the market profile is that it's usually around full numbers. All right, so we got a couple of price areas here for a price to likely bounce off of. Not really seeing any liquidity sweeps around this area. I'm seeing liquidity sweeps probably at top. So if price does push back up here any higher, probably list a liquidity sweep at this liquidity and then push back down. So we'll see what happens here. The breakout for today is going to be a sell if anybody's looking to take that. I mean, I'll follow the market profile, see if there's any updates. Price is now pushing up. Mark this up as the another big order there for a sell, it looks like. Yeah, a lot of big orders for sells just coming in right now. Um, so for this morning, it's just a lot of Fed speakers speaking today. We have Fed Barkin, Bostic, Collins, Musilium. Just it's pretty much Fed week. So we got the Fed speaking pretty much every day this week. We got price pushing up super heavily. Like I said, if price pushes up any higher, I'm probably expecting price to sweep liquidity up here, make its way back down. So that's probably something to look out for. So it looks like price is pulling back into this range up here. I'll clean up the range in a little bit. It's not really necessary right now at the moment. We're getting like a lot of kind of increased volatility. I'm going to change the ATR for a little bit to 24 ATR. So it's not going to make a big difference. Currently 24 ATR. We got price kind of just going back and forth at the moment. Let's see who's here so far. Morning, Sam. Morning, Lila. Morning, Ben. Morning, Maria. Morning, Kara. Morning, everybody. We got price pushing up right here, guys. We have a possible NPS V2 setting up for a buy if this green candle closes with a momentum signal. The only problem that you might want to be careful for here, guys, is the possible fake out. So like I said, we have the value high here. This is a 30-minute value high. If price pushes up any higher, I'm probably going to anticipate some sort of liquidity grab up here and a drop back to the downside. So I'd be careful for any NPS V2s in that direction right now, of course. Just as a precaution, because that's kind of where I'm seeing price go, and I'm kind of seeing that's where I'm seeing price reject from. If it does get to that point, if anything, it might establish a range around here, but we'll see. Let's take a look at the overall direction of price. So overall direction here is still pretty bullish. If you look over here on the 4-hour, pretty bullish. Price is above the pivots. Trend meter is green. Pivots are angling up. Same with the 1-hour. Same with the 30-minute. 10-minute here is shifting to the downside. 5 minutes also shifting, and 1 minute shifting as well. But the higher time frames are pointing towards the upside. So we'll see what happens here. We got price kind of just going back and forth. It's currently ranging right now. So let me reestablish the range here. So the range looks like it might be coming from right here, actually. So I cleaned up that range a little bit. We got price sitting at this area of liquidity below. Yeah, Nick said one thing I noticed in backtesting previous years was after a big push, it was likely to range likely for a range to occur. Yeah, and I agree with Nick 100%. We had, the big push, and then, prices kind of ranging a little bit. So I'll let the price kind of breathe for a bit before I start looking for entries, because there's just no need to force anything here, guys. When price is ranging, or if it's, going back and forth, consolidating, etc., there's no need to really force anything here, right? You just want to be smart about it. You want to take your time, and you want to just play it as is. So right now there's just nothing here to take anyway. So even if you wanted to take something, there's nothing here to take. There's no buy entry here. We had a buy signal. MPSV2 never came up. We have a pending sell signal here. The problem with the sell signal here is that we have price coming back down to this lower range. Like I said before, we don't want to trade within the range here. You're okay with trading within the range, but you don't want to trade at the lower points, which would be down here, because it could fake out, and you don't want to trade at the upper points because price can fake out around here as well, right? So we have a possible pending sell signal here. There may be a possible liquidity sweep at this area too, because we have the value low down here with the opening price. We also have liquidity sitting right here. So what might happen here is price may come down, grab liquidity, and swing back up like a head and shoulders, right? Inverted. Look for that to possibly happen. Let me see if there's any adjustments here. So 810. Yeah, there's no adjustments for the market profile. It's still sitting at where it was prior. No updates to that. Possibly around the 7 o'clock, there'll be an update to the MP market profile. I mean, otherwise, everything here is kind of just coasting. The clean chart, or the 1 minute, has kind of spread out a little bit too. So you can see here it's starting to fill in the entire range here. This is the range that we have for today, or right now, actually, at least. So I'm just sitting here patiently, kind of waiting for this here to confirm something, but there's not really much here right now. So just be patient, guys. No need to force anything here. If you see something good, think twice about it. If you see something great, go ahead and take it. Right now, I'm just waiting for confirmations, confluences, any type of setup here. We have a sell signal currently pending. The sell signal just closed. So again, right here, possible MPSV2 setting up. The only problem here is, like I said, there may be a liquidity grab at this liquidity right here, and this might shift all the way back up, because we're currently at the value low right here. So I'm expecting a possible bounce from this area. We're currently hitting the lower range. This thing here might swing right back up. Same with the 1 minute. See how price is bouncing directly off that green line? I'm expecting a possible fake out right here, and a possible swing back up, of course. Okay, so the value low has extended down a little further. The value low here is now at the 800 price on the 1 minute time frame. So there's a possible MPSV2 here. Again, like I said, if you guys feel comfortable taking this position, feel free to take it. I'll mark it up if it comes up. Hasn't came up yet. We have a sell signal. We're looking for a retracement up and continuation back down. If you're looking for that MPSV2, the only problem here that I'm pretty concerned with, that I think will possibly be an issue, is the fact that we may get a liquidity grab right here at this level, the 42,800. So possibly a liquidity grab right there and a swing back up. But if you guys want to take it as MPSV2, I'll mark it up when it comes up. Hasn't came up yet. We're looking for a possible green candle continuation to the downside. See, what I'd like to see here is a possible MPSV2 to the upside. I think a buy entry here would be great. So I'd be looking for a possible liquidity sweep, continuation back up right there. There goes that sweep right there. ETR is currently at 22, so maybe like a 20-20 sweep, or even less than that. Hey, what's up, Steven? Morning. Nice. So Sam said he got it. Solid. Again, I'm just waiting for opportunities here. There's no opportunities here for me specifically. I'm looking for possible MPSV2 entries. I'm not really looking to get into anything else. Everything that I'm looking at here is just a confluence. So what could happen here again, like I said, is possible fake out. There's a bunch of sessions down below here. Bunch of sessions down below here. Sam said he's not buying yet. He's waiting for that confirmation. So yeah, possibly, if you get there goes a nice rejection right there. So there goes that liquidity sweep I just told you guys about, full TP for 20 points. Possibly going to hit the 25. ATR is currently at 23 right now. I'm going to update this back to 14. Yeah, it's about 20 points. So just quick little liquidity sweep right there. Did exactly what we anticipated. I think the market profile is probably going to adjust in a few. This is an MPSV2 setting up right here, guys, for a sell. Again, I'm not really looking to take this here because, like I said, there's a possible sweep that's happening at this point. I don't really want to go against the analysis. So if anything, I'm looking for an MPSV2 for a buy. So I'll look for that buy signal here to come up, and if it shoots up higher, then I'll look for that possible opportunity for entry. We'll get confluences here because we'll get rejections off the value low. Same with this one right here, rejection off the value low. So we're getting confluences off this 1 minute, confluence off the 30-minute, confluence off the 1 hour. I don't know why these zones show up right here. Yeah, rejection right there off the value low. There we go as we push up higher. So if you guys took that for 25 or even 30, looks like that already hit. So it's doing exactly what I mentioned, right? Liquidity sweep right there. Now I'm looking for my possible opportunity for MPSV2 for a buy. So I'm just waiting right here for this. If you guys want to take these liquidity sweeps that I'm marking up for you guys, feel free. I'm going to mark them up for you guys. It's going to be one of the main things I'm going to be looking at. I'm not specifically looking to enter at these liquidity sweeps, but I will be marking them up as confluences, and so that I can identify bias. Because my bias here is it's leading towards a buy here, of course, if I have the opportunity. Here's the MPSV2 for a sell. If anybody's looking for that, the buy signal there hasn't came up yet. So there's a sell signal, retracement, continuation right there. And it's climbed down further from this point. So I'd probably only go for ATR because there's the sessions down here. There's a bunch of sessions right here, actually. So I would mainly look for ATR movement. So I'm thinking like maybe 20 points or so, or 25. I mean, it kind of depends on you, what you feel comfortable with. Let's see, Sam's liquidity is at 42765. All right, so Sam's actually looking for a lower point for entry. Okay, he's looking at this lower level of liquidity right here. Yeah, it's a bigger dip. Definitely bigger dip down below if that's your level down there. I have a level down there too, so it lines up with yours as well. Mine's at 42,763. So, all right, we'll see what we got here. Not in this position right here. I'm just following it. Like I said, I'm looking for price to swing back up. I mean, the sells here are also fine. They're not necessarily bad. I was just looking for that sweep and then continuation back up or a reversal back up. Gotcha. Okay, Sam's looking for a news liquidity sweep. Are there any news events today? I mean, it's just Fed news, right? Unless it's a previous news event that happened. Yeah, we just got Fed news today. Anything up with CNBC real quick? No, nothing really. Let's see. So we got some breaking news over here. It says Elon Musk, Tesla shares. So Elon Musk commits to leading Tesla next 5 years. Okay. SP slips on pace to snap 6-day winning streak. So basically, it's saying the market here is starting to cool down, aka slow down. All right, full TP right there for the MPSV2, if anybody caught that one right there. Um, I cut it down short, but I mean, it looks like the 30 points hit. So basically, two entries right here came up so far, guys. We have this liquidity sweep that I marked up. I'm using that as a confluence. And then there's an MPSV2 that came up right here, but it was right into the red flag. So I would have cut it short, maybe around 25 points. But if you went for the full 30, I mean, it's still played through right there. So we'll keep watching. Looks like price broke out of this range. So I don't know if price is going to sit in this range for today. It looks like price is starting to dump down a little bit. If anything, we'll see if price comes down around, where Sam's sweep area is, and then possible bounce off there and come right back up into the range. So just a couple of things here to look at. Nice. Sam over here caught that MPSV2 for a sell. Not sure if anybody else caught that. It's just a little bit of a tricky entry. Like I said, I don't like trading outside the range here. I like trading within the range, or I like trading far outside the range. So price would need to be down here below the sessions. So price comes down to this area. I'm fine with taking sells down here. I just don't like taking trades right at the lower range or the upper range. So it's got to hang tight here for a little bit. So it looks like price is trying to swing back up, bouncing off the sessions below. Let me check to see if there's a change here with the point of control. 795. No, not really. I'm just moving this down a little bit. The point of control for volume kind of moved down here. So if anything, price may grab liquidity right here and swing back up. I mean, there's a lot of areas here for liquidity grabs. So I'm looking for this to swing back up just because the higher time frames are bullish. We also need to get a buy signal here anyways. There's not going to be any entries for us until we get that opposite signal. The sell's already used up. If you guys are looking for an A++, this is an A++ possibility right here on this current candle. So if this candle pushes down a bit lower, this will be an engulfing candle, but candle's closing in about 4 minutes. So this is an A++ setup at the red flags. Or I might take that back, guys. Candle did not close low enough. There was no engulfing there. So nothing right there for the engulfing. All right. So price is kind of sitting down here for a little bit. Hasn't really moved from this lower area where the sessions are at. All right, we got price dropping lower. We're currently at Sam's liquidity sweep zone. I don't know if you got into that right there, Sam. So we're getting price pushing down even lower. This is going to be fine. If price stays below here, I'll start looking for some possible sells. I just don't really have a catalyst pushing price around. Like, I don't know why price is dumping so much. There's not really any news here. So this could just be the normal direction of price now. It's just correcting back down lower. So if we go over here to the 30-minute, you can see here price was bullish on Monday. So it looks like it's just correcting back down. This was a market Monday. We had this big bullish push. Went into some range consolidation right here. Now it's starting to come down, which is completely fine. It doesn't matter to me. It's just how the market's moving today. So if that's the case, then, Start looking for some possible sells. These zones here might not be as useful. So Sam is not taking the sweep yet. He's just waiting for it, waiting for some confirmations. It's completely fine. Shivam getting that Monday push vibes, but opposite now, back to the downside. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying too, Shivam. We had that bullish push right here, and now it's correcting back down. So it's like, price had this bullish push. Now it's just correcting back down to where it was before. If that's the case, then we're gonna have some targets down here for price to kind of reach or bounce off of. We got a value high from yesterday, and we got the point of control from yesterday as well. So if price does drop any further, this is what's going to be considered fair value. This zone right here. So if we're looking for sells, we're looking for price to push back down to this green area, which is the point of control. This is what's considered fair value with regard to volatility and the orders that actually come in. This isn't a fair value gap. This is more so for fair value for market profile. So if you guys are not familiar with how market profile works, what it does is it calculates all of the orders that come in. This is where all the volume came in yesterday. So majority of the trading happened right here. This is where like the actual trading happened. I know price pushed up, but most of the action happened right here. So if you guys haven't really looked at the market profile, you have to pay for the premium. So if you don't have the most expensive package for TradingView, you can't use this tool here. This tool is only available to the premium subscribers. So basically, when you have this set up, this green area right here, this green box, this is where the most action happens. I know you'll see candles outside of it, but this is like where low volatility sits. Like there's not many orders that get filled right here. Like most of the action gets pulled back to this green box. So if you look over here, price will push away. It pulls back to this middle area, right? So this is a really good tool, not necessarily for actual entries, but to see where price is trying to aim for, right? So for example, if price drops any lower, it's going to aim for this lower area right here, because that's where price is considered to be fair. It's considered to be fair because majority of people agreed to this being fair. And this isn't like from looking at gaps and stuff like that. They're not fair value gaps. This is just fair value in general. So just something to look at if you guys are curious. I know I've done a ton of research on market profile. It's very useful. It's what a lot of people are using now, but you do have to pay the premium to get it. So not everybody has access to this tool, which makes it better. You want a tool that not a lot of people use. Because if everybody's using it, it's not really going to work as well anymore. So I'm always looking for the new thing. I mean, this was why I started to use the market profile this year, because it's something new. Well, it's not new, but it's fairly, like, not everybody knows how to use it. So, all right, we still have the price here kind of pushing around. There's no entries here at the moment. What I'm going to be looking for, guys, is closer to 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock over here, I'll be looking for the levels over here to adjust. So my 30-minute time frame, the market profile adjusts every 30 minutes. So now that price is down here, we're probably gonna get this point of control, and this value low, it's just gonna push down a little bit lower. If you guys want to see the blocks, I mean, there's blocks for it as well. I don't really need it very much, but this is kind of, this is how the market profile here actually works. So if you guys know how to read this, this will help you a lot with identifying, this shows you where all the action is happening. So basically between this area right here and this area right here, this is where all the actual volatility is happening. We have some low volatility and liquidity right here. So like, for example, if you're looking for liquidity grabs, you can look for liquidity grabs on these lower areas or this upper area right here. And there it goes, price pushes back up. So this was exactly what I was looking for here, guys. We got price pushing back up. Looking for a possible MPSV2 here for a buy. It's pulling back into the range above. ATR is currently at 24. There's no entry here yet, but I'm looking for this MPSV2 to set up for a buy. So I'm looking for a red candle to come up. Red candle and then green, we're going to be within the range here. So I'm hoping the entry comes up within the middle area here because I'm not looking for it to push too high up. So right there at that area of liquidity right there. See if it breaks and retests from this point. All right, just waiting for this MPSV2 here to set up. Buy signal, push to the upside. We got two. We got a V1 variation right there, engulfing right there. And Daniel says MPSV2 will be an A++ as well because we have the V1 and the engulfing down there exactly. So this one could be good. I'm gonna look for it to possibly break and close above this area, so possibly a break and retest off the structure. Ideally, I'd like that green candle to close above here if possible. I'm gonna watch the price action on these candles here. If it's too weak of a green candle, probably not gonna mess with it. Like I said, I don't like taking trades that are down here below this lower range. All right, this is gonna be a tricky entry here, guys, for MPSV2. Possible break and retest right there. Depending on how this candle here closes, is going to determine if I plan on taking or not. I don't want it to be a weak candle like this. I need it to push up a little bit higher. So I don't like the price action on this right now. We got 20 seconds left on this candle. I'll be watching it right here. This needs to push up. There we go. So if it pushes up like this, I'll be looking to take it. We got about 10 seconds left on the candle. 5, and I'm going to take this trade here. 3, 2, 1. So I got in a little lower discount right there. Let's see. It didn't push as high as I wanted to, but I'm in it already. So I got in right here, got in for a little bit lower because it spiked out a little bit on the open.
Order submitted.
30 points might be a little too high. I mean, oh shit. Let me see if I could follow it here. I'm not gonna change it there. Let me see if I could see where the 25 is at. I'm gonna put a line there. All right, so I put a line there to see where the 25 is at, just in case I need to make some, adjustments. It didn't close above the zone here. I was hoping it'd close above it, but at the last second, it kind of came down a bit. So I'll keep watching the movement here and the price action. I definitely want it to close above the range here because I don't want it to be below it. But this entry here did set up as an A++ because we had the V1 engulfing, and then this MPS V2 was a third leg of the movement to the upside. If this pushes up higher, we may have a possible confirmation
Order
there.
filled.
But again, right here, I don't know what happened with my thing. Let's see this. No, it's fine. My ninja's been like acting up lately. All right, so we got like low volatility here. Again, I'm looking for it to close above the range here. I wanted it to close above here. It didn't close right there on the candle. It was pushed above it, and then it came down at the last second. So let's see if this here finally pushes up. See, this is why I don't like sitting at the range here, because when it sits at the range, it ends up just kind of ranging there and consolidating for a bit. Once we get price above the this box here, then we'll have better opportunity for it to push up higher. But as of now, it's probably just going to sit here on this lower area until it does. And there's no news for today. We just have the Fed speaking. So Looking at the news for today, we have Muslim speaking at 10. There's not really there's not really much of a catalyst here to push price, in either direction. I mean, either way, it's set up. Wait, what happened? Weird. So for some reason it pulled me out early, guys. I'm not sure why it pulled me out early, but it pulled me out like right over here. And I don't know what's up with my Ninja Trader. Hmm. Yeah, it's weird. So for some reason, guys, I got pulled out. Unfortunately, I'm out of this position. It pulled me out like right here for some reason at the lower range. My Ninja Trader's been acting up for the past couple days. Friday it was acting up, and then today it's acting up again. Okay, well, I guess I took a small loss on that. The trade's still running though. If you guys are still in it, I mean, I'm gonna try to maybe get back in, but I don't know what's up with my Ninja. It's been with the same main account for some reason. It had the same problem on Friday. The trade's still running right now. It's pushing in profit. Hmm. What's up with this? Try to see if I could log into it on my other account. But anyways, I took this for a partial loss right here, guys. My trade closed out at about like 10 points or even less, 7 points right there. It was bouncing. There's an issue with my main account. That's the problem. The main account that I'm executing trades on, for some reason, I don't know if this is similar to the problem you had, Christian, with yours, because I know with yours it was taking double orders. For mine, for some reason, I don't know if it's changing to another ATM strategy. It's what it seems like. Anyways, we'll keep following it here, guys. I'm not in this position anymore. I closed out. Well, unfortunately, I got closed out at partial loss here for like 7 points. Um, was hoping I was still in the position. I want to get back in, but I can't because I know I'm going to make the same mistake I did on Friday. I'm gonna have to message Apex about this because I don't know why it keeps doing this. It did this to me yesterday or Friday, but it's pissing me off because it's screwing up my other accounts. Pushing back up too. All right, let me see if I can maybe fix this. I'm going to yeah, it's about to hit TP2. Fuck my life. Yeah, I'm gonna fix this real quick. Let me see if I can do it over here. Sorry, guys, I'm just pulling it away for 1 second. Trying to switch my accounts so that it executes on a different account, not the one that keeps having problems. All right, so the 20 points, 25 points right there got hit already, guys. If anybody decided to go for the smaller target, um, I'm kind of annoyed right now because it pulled me out at 7 points when the trade freaking hit. All right, let me see. I'm gonna try to fix this. I'm gonna change the main account that's executing, and I'll try to get in on the next one. All right. Okay, so if you guys took that trade right there, nice hit on that one. Let's see. Looks like everyone got out at different times. So Sam over here only went in for 15 points. He got out. Nick said that he was running for 29 and it barely touched his stop and then it closed him out. Adam was in for 25, stopped him out. Yeah, I don't know. It's uh it's kind of weird how that happened. But anyways, trade here still kind of ran for a bit. Let's see. After your stop loss was a little, well, the thing is with my entry, it kind of got me in at a better entry point. So if you got in a little higher right here, yeah, I can see how close it would have gone for you, Nick, right there for the 29. It's all good. This is a toss up for me. Trade did eventually hit, but I got pulled out at 7 points. So I can't really, I mean, I shouldn't really be too mad about it. It's a small loss. It's just annoying because the trade hit, but I ended up getting stopped out because my main execution account has been having issues over the past couple days. Nice. Talanji got in for a discount, hit for 30. Nice work, Talanji. Anyways, I mean, either way, the strategy's hitting, so that's a good thing. I'm just kind of like bummed out that I ended up taking a loss when it hit, but it's okay. I'll move on to the next one here. It's all good. It's got to take that one to the chin and look for the next opportunity here. There's actually another MPS V2 that came up right after, guys. There's two running right now. So there was one running within the other right here. We had a buy signal come up, retracement continuation. So there's two actually, there's one more that's currently running at the moment. This one hit, and then we have this one over here that's currently running right now. Not in this one right here, because obviously they were overlapping. Let's see. Right there. All right, so this one's currently running right now. I'm not in this position. There's no way I can get into this because it overlapped with this position here. But looks like the buys here are still currently climbing up higher. Let me take a look at the market profile to see if there's any adjustments here with regard to the so this thing came down to 42,800. Still there, hasn't really changed very much. 42,800. Is that 42,885? And the point of control is at 42,850. I'm gonna take this off, clean it up a little bit. I got too many lines on the chart now. 42,850. There we go. I think this trade's still running right now. This MPS V2. Should have just left it up there, but let's see. I think it's still currently. Yeah, it's still technically running right now. A lot of messiness with the market movement here, but it is still technically running at the moment. Yeah, that's super close, Nick. I just saw your screenshot. It like literally tapped it and went straight up. See, Christian over here went for the full 30. He locked in 555. Nice work on that one, Christian. So Christian locked in full move on that one. And I don't know what's up with my ninja, but like for some reason my ninja's been like, oops, wrong place. My ninja has been having issues for the past two trading sessions now. So nice work on that, Christian. Shivam as well. Shivam said he took both MPS V2s and they hit solid. All right, so I'm not in anything here right now, guys. I'm going to be looking for another opportunity for entry, but I just changed everything up right now. I pretty much switched up my main account that's executing trades on my copier. I don't know if the copier is my issue or if Ninja is my issue, or I mean, I don't know. I always hate when I have the technical problems with Ninja. It always seems to be there always seems to be something going on. That's like messing with my accounts. Or not my accounts, just my trading in general. Like if you guys remember last Friday, so last Friday I took a trade. It hit full TP on the first one, and then on the second trade, I only executed on one because I ended up changing the main execution account. All right, so we got price again back below this area. And price is pretty much going back and forth. Let's see, we have a possible liquidity sweep right here. Currently at the value low on the 30-minute time frame. Currently at the value low right here. So the sweep may happen a little lower. Let's see, 765. Yeah, so if the sweep doesn't happen right here, it's probably gonna go lower to the Asia low and then possibly swing back up from there. If it doesn't sweep from here, there's different areas for sweeps. Sweeps can happen right here at the liquidity. Sweeps can happen right here at the sessions. A lot of areas of possible sweeps to happen right here. This is a possible MPS V2 for a sell, guys, but it's right at the sessions. It's not one that I'd recommend taking. If you guys are looking to take that, ATR is currently at 23, so I'd probably go for a smaller. Oops, what did I do there? Smaller target, 25, 25. I mean, it's right at the sessions though, so it's kind of a tricky area to be trading in. So we do have an MPS V2 running right here. Again, it's right at the sessions. Not exactly the best area to be trading at. So Samuel they got out with 20. So Sam took the MPS V2 right here, but he got out at 20 points. So nice work right there, Sam. I mean, like we talked about, it's a little tricky. I think the 20 points would have been fine. It's just tricky because it's currently at the sessions right here. It's an area of red flags, area of manipulation. Um, yeah, I mean, it's just a tricky area to be trading in right now because a lot of areas get caught up. Yeah, so there goes that sweep area that I mentioned right here, guys. Sweep happened. I typically would go around like the whole numbers, 42,770. The only problem with these types of setups is that it only works well in a ranging market. So right now price is kind of ranging around a little bit. So it's like, you're going from the lower ends to the higher end. So we have that point right there. Basically a couple areas here to balance off the whole numbers. 770, 70, 760. I think I could probably add levels to here at the 10 marks. Nah, it's too messy. All right, so here goes that liquidity sweep that I was talking about. Price swept right here and it's pushing right back up. All right, we got price pushing back up right here. I'm looking for a possible MPSV2 back for a buy. So I'm looking for this here to swing back up, give me opportunities here for a buy. We do have the buy signal right here. We'll see if price pushes up any higher. I'm looking for it to push above the range. If it doesn't, then um, again, like I said before, it's kind of tough to trade down this area because there's so many red flags. And if we trade below this area, it's gonna be hard for us to get above it and further. It's still really early in the session though. Yeah, also Christian mentioned that we're currently at opening price. Man, it really feels like a summer market. It's really slow, so you just got to be patient with the entries. The good thing is that the entry that I did identify for today did hit, so I'm feeling a little confident about taking the next entry. Um, I mean, overall, this week's been pretty solid. Yesterday, we had about six back-to-back wins, and I'm hoping today. Well, I was hoping today that we'd have more consistency, but it looks like it's not like yesterday. Yesterday, we had more of a directional market. Today, we're more of a ranging market, which is it's not going to be a huge deal. It doesn't make a difference for us. The strategy is still a strategy. It's just it gives us less opportunities here to get in for entry. Um, Earlier, we had an overlapping entry right here, but we never take overlapping entries. So, I mean, either way, the second one wouldn't have been identified. It just would have been a confluence for this one. This initial one it hit. So we'll keep watching it here. All right. So we got a possible sell signal here pending. Again, we're at the sessions, guys. There's no entries for me to want to take here in this area. Currently sitting at the sessions. Nothing going on, guys. We got the buy signal here. Sell signal never came up. Again, if you're looking for MPSV2, there could be a possible opportunity here for entry. The only problem is that if you do take entry here, it's going to be right at the opening price. So ideally, I'd probably look for a sell signal here to come up first before I start looking for any opportunities. Pretty much nothing happening right now, guys. Price is just sitting right here at the sessions. Yeah, Shabam said 42,773 is my lower 15-minute orb support area. Might be willing to take a sell if it MPS presents itself. Yep, pretty much on the same boat right here. I'm looking for that sell signal to confirm. I mean, this is an MPS V2 that may possibly set up right here, but you guys can see if you zoom in a little closer, nothing has been going on here for the past 10 minutes. It's just ranging back and forth. So nothing there right now. All right, we got the MPS V2 that's currently running, guys. Again, like I said, it's right at the opening price, so this is considered, red flag or whatnot. But this is an MPS V2 that is currently running to the upside. If you guys want to take it for a full 30-30, this is a 30-30 markup. If you want to take it for something smaller for ATR, you can put it at like 25-25, if not 20-20. So we got MPS V2 running right here. It's currently at the lower range. Like I said, I don't like trading at the lower range. I would be more ideal if this was up here. If it was above it, I would have taken it, but it's just not an area where I'd like to trade at. I've been burnt way too many times trading at this lower range or this upper range, and I've learned my lesson. So if you guys are in it, I'm following it right here. Not in the position myself, but still following it for the most part. All right, so price is pushing up. All right, not too much movement here. Trade's still running in profit. Well, let's run break even now. All right, so not in this position. Again, this is an example of why I don't want to trade at this, or why I wouldn't trade at this lower range over here. You guys can see how like because price was at this lower range, is having trouble getting past it. And again, right here, this is another example of like why I don't trade at these points, right? I learned from my mistakes, and this is why I don't trade at these lower points. There's also a bunch of red flags around this area. We had opening price, which is right here. You can't see it; it's blocked off by the lower range. But this blue line right here is opening price, so that's a red flag. The entry candle is also touching the sessions right here. That's another red flag, and it's currently at the value low right here as well. So just a lot of reasons here not to take this specific entry. I wasn't tempted to take this entry at all because I already knew all the red flags were there. And that's what's key about following these, your trading plan. So looks like it was a good trade that we missed or we avoided because, it would have been a mess if we were in it. So I'm adjusting the range here or the liquidity. I think the trade's still technically running, but it's not one that I would want to be holding on to. So yeah, technically the trade's still running right now. But for all those reasons I mentioned, this is why I don't trade at the lower range at this point. Because it did exactly what I was worried about. I was worried it was going to come right here and then fake out, come back down. Ideally, I want it to close above, break and retest, climb up higher. There's a possible MPSV2 here for a sell. The only problem with this here is that it's going to be at the sessions, of course. So what we need to see here, guys, like this is really what we're waiting for here. We're waiting for price to break out of this area. We don't want to trade within this middle area right here. This area is not a good area to be trading in. We want price to either break below and give us opportunities down here, or we're looking for price to push above and give us opportunities up here, right? This whole middle area here is not good. If you look closely, this is where price has been ranging for the past, price has been going back and forth in this area. Not even just now, but even before, like right here. This whole area right here, it's been going back and forth for about like 30 minutes to, almost an hour, depending on how long you want to calculate it. But it's been in this range for a while now. And it hasn't really gone anywhere. All right. So until we see something good here, guys, not really forcing anything. First trade for today. This is like the first official trade it did hit for today. I took this one with you guys. Other than that, there hasn't really been any official trades here because there's so many red flags around the area. All right, again, nothing here. Nothing here again. Let's see. Shivam said, Sean, what's your NinjaTrader version? Also, what does it say on the log tab? Let me see. Honestly, I don't even know how to check my version of NinjaTrader. How did you figure out your version? I'm on 8.1.4.2. 8.1.4.2. I don't know if that's the newest one. Maybe I have to update it. There's nothing here. There's no errors here on my tab. Like there was no error windows that came up. So I'm looking over here. It's just regular orders that got filled and got executed. But I have so many accounts here, so it's a long list of executions here, but I don't see any errors because I didn't have a pop-up. What happened was, and you guys saw in my chart, I mean, it was weird because if you looked at my screen here, it had my stop loss that was way down here and my TP that was like way up here. So like it didn't trigger my stop loss. It just ended up executing me out of the position for some reason. And it wasn't like it was weird because price came down right here and I was still in it. And when it came back up to this point right here, this is where it closed me out like at about 7 points, like right there. So I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. Siobhan said he's on. Yes, you're actually on the older one. I'm on the newer one. Maybe it's the update that kind of messed up the I don't know, maybe the update's been messing with my Ninja. Because I'm on one update higher than yours. Yeah, I should probably turn off the auto update on mine because that's probably what caused I don't know, whatever it may be. Yeah, because I know you're into your IT, showing like you work in IT, so you'd probably know more than me. But yeah, it's probably maybe it was the update that screwed with my account. I'm gonna message Apex anyways, though. I'm gonna see if they if they'll like fix anything. I don't think they will. They almost never do. And it's kind of pointless to message Ninja Trader. It's even worse with Ninja. Ninja, like they don't work with you at all if you tell them that you're trading a prop account. If and Christian knows exactly what I'm talking about. If you're trading a prop account with Ninja, they don't they'll just blame it on the prop firm. So like if you ever have any issues and you're trading a prop account and you message Ninja, they're like, "Oh, well, you gotta sort that out with the with the prop firm." So it's kind of like a never-ending circle. I think yeah, Christian still hasn't even fixed his problem. Yeah, they deflect the blame. So they go from like, if you try to blame Ninja, they'll be like, no, talk to your prop firm. Your prop firm will be like, no, talk to Ninja. Um, Ninja will only work with you if you're trading a personal account, which is what I was doing before they froze all my accounts. So I still got to get that sorted out too. Yeah, Shivam said, what's strange? I tried ETF and it doubled my entry size, so canceled all my accounts, Tradeify and Apex, no issues. That's kind of what was happening with Christian actually, but Christian's was actually a lot more unusual because he had Christian had like he would revert to his ATM strategy. That's why I thought I had the same problem he did. All right, it looks like we're finally breaking out of this range, guys. I mean, price has been going back and forth within this area for quite some time. Looks like we might be finally getting out of our range here. And I take that back. So it looks like we're not outside the range. It looks like it was trying to, but not exactly there yet. All right, we're still stuck in this range, guys. I mean, if you look closely, price has been sitting within this area for, it's crazy how long it's been sitting here. Let me measure it for a bit. Let's see. So the consolidation has been happening for about 30 minutes now. Price hasn't broken out of this area. It's just kind of been going back and forth. But the actual range has been happening for the entire session. So if you look over here, I mean, if you just disregard like the drop that happened right here, other than that, price has been within this range for about an hour, a little over an hour now, about an hour 10. So we had this whole area right here, this big range, and then we got the smaller range right here. I mean, if you were to just measure this area, I'm going to do this. I'm going to adjust this real quick. All right, so this is the actual range. I drew that bigger range, but I mean, realistically, this is the actual range. All right, so you guys can see here pretty clearly, price has been within this area for literally the entire session. So over an hour now, about an hour and 10 minutes, price has been stuck within this range. We get these fake outs outside. So for example, we had this fake out over here that came up for our entry that did hit our TP that pushed up a little bit. And then we have this fake out below that that ended up, pretty much faking out below as well. The Christian said, have you tried to do select repair option on installed apps? Advanced options. Here, I'll try to check that out too, Christian. I'm looking at my accounts, guys. My copier actually didn't work earlier. It was just yeah, I don't know, it's weird. It looks like it only executed on that that account that had issues with it. So looks like I just have that small little hiccup with one account, which I think is fine. I mean, it's still annoying that it happened, but it's two trading days back to back where I've had issues with my account executions. I might have to uninstall NinjaTrader. I don't know if you guys have this other issue too. I got this other problem with rolling over my contracts. I every time I log into NinjaTrader, I always confirm to roll over my contracts, but every time I log in, it doesn't save. It asks me every time if I want to roll it over. So I'm not sure if anybody else has that issue, but I might have to just reinstall the NinjaTrader. I think there's something wrong with my platform, which keeps causing me issues. Well, thanks, Christian. Yeah, Christian said he'll send a video on how to search the repair options for those who have issues. Okay, perfect. All right, we have another MPSV2 setting up right here for a buy, guys. Buy signal, retracement, confirmation. If this here closes above the momentum, this is a possible MPSV2. The only problem, guys, is there's nothing going on here. You don't really want to trade within this range like this. If you guys feel comfortable, then feel free to take it. The ATR is currently at 19 right now, so you might want to go for something tighter, like maybe like a 2020. All right, so there goes the MPSV2, guys, currently running right now. Um, Again, I think this is a risky entry because it's going to be stuck within the range. I wouldn't really want to trade within the range like this. I mean, just me personally. You guys feel comfortable, I mean, feel free. It already hit right there. So you guys can see here, the strategies are working. It depends on your risk appetite. If you want to take something risky, I mean, feel free. But again, like trading within the range here is tricky. So nice. The Longy actually caught that right there. Solid. It was a quick move. It came up super quick. I mean, this probably wasn't as bad as the other ones because it was sort of within the range right there. Yeah, Sam City skipped it very slow and range. A nice work to Longy catching that right there. That was a quick move. You got to be really quick to catch that one. All right, so we finally got out of the range here, guys. We're out the range here. We got price pushing above. Yeah, so looking at your entry right there, Talanji, that's actually a solid entry because it looks like it was a break and retest off that liquidity zone right there too. So we had the MPSV2 broke above, retested, shot right through. That was a clean entry. All right, let's see what else we got here. 741 right now. I was hoping to get one more entry to recoup that little loss I had earlier. I mean, it's small. I can't really complain. So for some reason, I don't know. My trade psychology is still kind of shot right now because of that small loss I took earlier. I mean, looking at my accounts now, it only executed on that one account, so it actually didn't copy to my other accounts. Um, I did change my main execution account though, so I'm not having that problem again. But I mean, it is what it is. Let's see. Today's May 20th. How much longer do we have in this month? We got another week. So this is a long month for us. We got one, two, three, four, five. Yeah, 5 weeks this month. So we'll see what's good. Got nothing here right now. So I'm looking for the retracement. I mean, I don't know if we'll get it right now. It's 7:43, so we got about 17 minutes till 8 o'clock. I was really hoping I was gonna get at least one more. All right, we got price pushing up right now. We have a possible A plus plus that came up right here, buy signal, MPSV2, engulfing right there. So there's an A plus plus that's possibly running right now. Man, the ATR is just really low, guys. So if you look at this, so this is currently a 2020 TP stop loss. The ATR is currently at 17. So I'm just not really expecting too much here. Yeah, exactly. Shivam said it's an A plus plus. Yeah, it has happened right here at the engulfing candle. Buddy's been lazy lately. It's been Kai here in the office with me in the mornings. All right, so we got this pushing up to target, guys. Target's gonna be the point of control right there, I believe. Let's check. Point of control is still at 850. No, it's actually, yeah, it's right at 850. So point of control is gonna be right here at 850. I don't know why it does this. It always puts up that weird background. Yeah, so 850 is gonna be the point of control. Value high is gonna be around 885. We got price pushing up right there. Not much has changed. Value low right here is at 795. Yeah, the ATR is too low, guys. Um, I gotta squeeze these trades in a little earlier, it seems like, because the ATR is just so super, super low right now. It's currently at 16. Like, it's gonna be almost impossible to go for that full 30 points, guys. Like, I don't think the 30 points is gonna be really feasible. You'd have to just go off the ATR, so like it'd be 20 points basically. It comes down to it. Yeah, Solange said some hidden divergence to the upside, so I'm expecting it to hit just low ATR. Yeah, it's just the volatility is too low right now. The ATR has become like, one of the staples for us really when we're looking for entries here, because it really tells you if the market's moving or not moving. So if it's not moving, it's hard to get into these entries because you're probably not going to hit your target. Or if they do hit your target, it's going to take a while, right? It's going to take like an extended period until it does. So I'm not in this position right here. This is an A++ setup. I'm assuming a lot of people got out of this early. The point of control level is right here. So like, if you wanted to get out at point of control, that'd probably be your best option, of course, because that's pretty much where price pushed up to. It pushed up to fair value up here, which is a point of control, and then it ended up bouncing directly off it. So like you can see here, the trade is still running, but this is why the ATR is important because if you don't base your trade off the ATR, your trade could be running forever, right? If you had your ATR set to, I guess like 16 or whatever, or like wherever it was, I think it was 17, you can see it would have hit your TP. But if you have it set to like an open target, like, 20 or 30, like something a little higher, your trade will probably hit. It's just going to take a long time for it to hit. Nice. Sam said A++ for 15 points. He got it. Man, everything's hitting. I know, Sam. Everything's hit. As long as you stick to the ATR, I think you're perfectly fine, guys. It's really just sticking to the ATR. Because if you go too high, like I think if you were going for 30 here, this is like damn near impossible to hit that 30. Like that 30 is way out there. Siobhan said, rule of thumb is TP based on ATR is key. Gotta say, will be my first summer market, but so far it's proven why it's so important. Of course, risk reward changes, but wins are wins. Yeah, it's Longy said, yeah, below 20 ATR is about to be a big red flag to me now. Yeah, because you'll see here, like if the ATR is below 20, I like it to sit around like 25, or even closer to 30. But if it's below 20, like if you just look at this here, like if you ever see the ATR is below 20, you're gonna know price is just gonna go sideways. And if you still want to take a trade and it's below 20, just go for whatever the ATR is, right? Because if you had it at 16, you would have been out already. Or 15, right? I mean, if anything, you could have done a 15-15, you'd be perfectly fine. It's just we're going into a summer market, guys. So like, you can't hope and pray, right? You can't just enter a position and then pray that it's going to hit your TP. At this point, you got to be smart and you got to understand that, this number is going to make a huge, huge difference with regard to your winners and your losers. Because the last thing you want to do is see the trade hit, X amount of points, and then it ends up turning opposite on you, or it just ends up going sideways for the rest of like the session. Right now it's 7:50. We got 10 minutes till 8. Um, not really expecting anything else for my not really expecting any other entries here to come up. So we'll see. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord or hit me up on the chat. If you guys have anything right now, feel free to hop into the chat, guys. I like to look up whatever you guys need help with. There's just nothing for me to specifically take right now. The good thing is that my small little hiccup from earlier, it was only on one account, so I'm not really too pissed anymore. I was kind of upset earlier because the trade hit and then I was like, damn, I probably took a loss on all my accounts, but it only took a loss on one, which was the one that had problems. Because since there was problems on that first account, it didn't end up copying anything else. It was just that one that was active. All right, so we're back in the upper range right here. Yeah, Sam said he does 15-20, 20-25, or 30-30. Gotcha, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, so Sam's doing basically he's using the whole numbers. That's pretty much what I would do too. I don't like using these like kind of random numbers. I like using whole numbers as well. So yeah, if anything, I'll probably adjust it to that as well if it comes down to it. But the ATR right now is super low, guys. So if there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to hop into the chat. I'm just not really seeing much happening here or expecting much to happen. Otherwise, I mean, this day was okay. It was pretty decent. We had basically 4 wins or 5 wins here for the day. So this week overall has been actually pretty good. I mean, just depends on like where you set your TP stop loss. Like for this one over here, obviously I probably would have gone for something a little bit tighter. I think the 30-30 would have been tricky. Obviously this is one that had my issue and my error on it, but there was a couple, pretty good setups here that came up. The thing is, our analysis is going to adapt. We're going to have to adapt with this market. So looking at the point of control, maybe that might not be as important anymore unless we're in a ranging market. For today, it was actually pretty good. If you look over here at market profile, price did respect this black line, which is a point of control. It sort of respected this green line right here, which is the value low. And we could use this to identify, liquidity sweeps. If you guys like that, feel free to chime in. I'll do whatever you guys feel comfortable with. The thing is, I just don't want to do too much. So if you guys like that I'm identifying liquidity, feel free to chime in and let me know if you like that I'm using market profile. I just don't want the chart to be too messy. So if it's too messy for you guys, let me know. If you guys like the messiness, also let me know because I'll keep doing it. For me, it doesn't really matter. I'm okay if I could tell the difference apart between the messiness here. Like if I see all these lines on the chart, it doesn't really throw me off, but I know for a new trader, it probably would kind of throw people off a little bit. But anyways, here are the trades for today. Trades identified during today's live session. So, I mean, pretty decent day overall. I wish I could have taken more, but it's kind of all the market gave me today. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So Lila said to identify liquidity. Yeah, I'll keep identifying liquidity and I'll keep calling out these liquidity sweeps. I think they're going to be helpful for now. Obviously, if we need to make some adjustments in the future, I will. But I think more is probably better at this point. I'd rather have more precaution, more areas to look at, more areas to possibly avoid than less, of course. We got about 6 minutes till 8 o'clock. Not really too much here going on. I think I'm probably gonna reinstall my my Ninja Trader once we get off this live. Been having way too many issues with it lately. Let's see, Sam said watching 42,800 fair value gap fill, maybe one last trade. Let's see. So he's looking at 42,800. So you're gonna look for it to pull back into the range right here, Sam? Yeah, I can see that. So Sam's looking for it to come back into the range down here. Yeah, I see what you're doing. Trying to look for this gap to fill, or this 1 minute gap actually down here. Yeah, it's solid. Yeah, Sam said, bro, your analysis is top grade. You need to sort out Ninja. I see it mess your brain every time. I know. Yeah, whenever Ninja has some sort of issue with like my trading, or like I get some sort of error, it just throws my trade psychology out the window. Like today, I had this issue over here, and then after this, I couldn't really take any more trades. Like as much as I wanted to take a trade, I couldn't really take anything because I keep getting like errors on that one specific account. So I mean, it's all good. It is what it is. I gotta deal with it, and at least I got it sorted out for the most part. And at least the trade from earlier wasn't like a huge, like it didn't really impact my account very much. I'm looking at it right now. I didn't really, the account's fine. It's just I ran into some BS on that one trade. All right, we got nothing here. There goes your fill right there, Sam. Looks like it finally filled to the 800, blasted right through it actually. So your gap over there pretty much aligned with my range. It's perfect. Came up, pull back into this area here, and now it's zooming through. I'm gonna post up a link for this trading session. So guys, I'm not really mentoring right now. If you guys want to be mentored, feel free to reach out. I'm doing it on a rolling basis. So like if you want to have a session, just let me know, and I'll check the schedule. But my schedule is a little booked up for this week and for let's see, next week. Next week's a little open, but for the most part, we're kind of booked up for like the week of. So yeah, I mean, just let me know, guys. If there's any session that you guys want me to cover, or if anybody wants me to have a private mentoring session with them, just let me know. I just got to check my schedule. My schedule's all over the place. All right, guys, I think this might be, let's see. Oh, I know, right? Yeah, Lila said no, almost time for the Princess of Trades. Yeah, daughter's on her way, so that's why I'm getting a little busier, guys, with regard to time. Not necessarily with mentoring sessions, but just with regard to time. So. See, Shivam said another fake out, probably break lower below the 15-minute orb. Yeah, I could see that. So you guys can see over here, if you look closely, this range here has been respected pretty much all session, right? You'll see whenever price pulls out of it, there's a fake out. Price pushes above, fake out up here. Price pushes below, fake out right here. Price pushes above, fake out right here. So like what you want to look for, what you want to identify is really price breaking past it, retesting and dropping lower from there. Because if it doesn't break past it and drop lower from there, then what's likely to happen from here, right? If you just use basic logic, price is likely to pull back into the range. So if you're looking for trades, look for trades that are going the direction that you have your bias. Like if price is dropping lower, look for some sells. If price is swinging back up, like for example right here, see how price is doing a liquidity sweep? This is a possible sweep right here off liquidity and pull back into the range. So if you're looking for a buy entry here, like MPSV2 for a buy, then you could possibly look for something like that. Or if you're looking for a break and retest, or a fair value gap, you can look for that here. It doesn't matter what strategy you guys are using. My analysis can pretty much align with whatever you're looking for. So for example, here, we got some fair value gaps, right? Price swings back up. You can look for price to swing back into this area and reach this fair value gap. So, I mean, it just kind of depends on like what you guys are looking for. For me specifically, I'm mainly looking for MPSV2s. and I'm just not really seeing anything here happening. So. All right, guys, it's 8 o'clock. I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Otherwise, we pretty much filled our analysis for the day. There's really too much here to work with. We had a couple entries that came up. We actually had a pretty good amount of entries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries, which came up kind of similar to yesterday, except today we had more of a ranging market. Looking at the news for tomorrow, we have a gas stock change. There's not really much here to push price around, so we're probably going to get another ranging day. And then the following days, we have more news. So Thursday and Friday, we have bigger news events. We have inflation news over here, continuing jobless claims, 4-week average, initial jobless claims. And then Friday, we have building permits, new home sales, etc. So, all right, guys, I think that's it for the day. If you guys have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Discord. Otherwise, today was a pretty decent day overall with, our profits and whatnot. And hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit better. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, message me. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session. So.